Lucius Annaeus Seneca was a Roman statesman and a Stoic philosopher who recognized that if we are to live well, we must be constant students of the greatest subject of all, life itself. In his moral essay on the shortness of life, he offers us an urgent reminder of the non-renewability of our most important resource, our time. So, with that in mind, here are 4 of the most important insights for time management. 1. Treat time as a commodity. Philosopher Seneca says, quote, "People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy." Seneca cautions that we fail to treat time as a valuable resource, even though it's arguably our most precious and least renewable one. Imagine walking down the street and seeing a very rich guy just throwing his money away. You will definitely call that person insane. And yet we see others, and ourselves, throw away something far more valuable every day. That is our time. The amount we get is uncertain but surely limited. It's clearly more insane to waste time than money because, unlike money, we can't make any more when it runs out. To realize the value of 1 year, ask a student who failed a grade. To realize the value of 1 month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. To realize the value of 1 week, ask the editor of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask the person who just missed a train. To realize the value of 1 second, ask the person who narrowly avoided an accident. And to realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask the person who took the silver medal at the Olympics. Well, the amount of time we get is uncertain. The one thing that is certain is that time is limited. Money and property can increase and decrease depending on luck or effort, but our time is fixed. Death creeps up on time wasters, people who assume time is cheap because when employed correctly, time becomes an amplifier. When spent without consideration, it becomes a persistent source of regret. 2. Don't invest your time preparing for life. According to Seneca, quote, "He who bestows all of his time on his own needs, who plans out every day as if it were his last, neither longs for nor fears the morrow." We are all guilty of spending way too much of our time preparing for life. Seneca pushes us to live in the moment and not to delay our happiness. Do not think that happiness lies in the future. Those who think that they can work diligently until around age 60 when they finally retire and can be happy. You must remember, our future is uncertain and it's not in our control. The life in the future you're working towards may never come. We are so busy and worried about the future that we often let the present slip away, allowing time to rush past unobserved and unseized. And then when we are old and on our deathbeds, we finally realize how short and valuable life is, left with a regret of not making the most of it when we could. Seneca compares time to a rushing stream that won't always flow. If you were in the middle of a desert dying of thirst, and you came across a stream of water, but can you be sure when it would stop? Wouldn't you drink as much of it as you possibly could? Just like water, we should use as much of our time as possible in making the most of our present. Your 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and beyond are all worth planning, but don't allow them to take away the precious present. You can only live one moment at a time, and you can only live it once, so choose to live in the moment. 3. Live life for your own self. To quote Seneca, "So you must not think a man has lived long because he has white hair and wrinkles. He has not lived long, just existed long." We all have certain things that we want in our life, whether it's a dream job, a dream house, a dream relationship, or that dream vacation. But the majority of us don't even come close to achieving many of these things because we are stuck with a job we can't stand, just to pay the bills, or a partner we pretend to love because we don't want to be alone. You're just being tossed and turned by everything that's coming at you, and in today's world, there's a lot coming at you. Being busy with things we don't like is the greatest distraction from living. The best way you can invest your time is by investing in creating a life you love living. If you don't know what you love or what you want, then ask yourself these questions. If I had more time, what are the things I could do? Or if I can change something right now, around or about me, what would it be? You may realize that you want to change your job, or you want to get in shape or pursue a new hobby. You can start by waking up early and using that extra hour for doing those things that you love. Time is precious, and it's ticking away for all of us. The longer you wait to start making changes, the longer you will spend your life working to make someone else's dream a reality. 4. Make long-term rewards immediate. To Seneca, putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes, and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy. Our need to procrastinate is most powerful right at the start of work. Even if you've removed all distractions, and you're ready to get to work at 8 a.m., as you had planned, to your brain, the allure of finding an excuse to do something easier is still very strong. The hardest challenge is finding a way to make that starting effort less unpleasant. The key here is expectancy. That's what we crave when we want to delay something that we know benefits us. That's the gap between short-term impulses and long-term rewards. The reason that it's often hard to start something is that there is no expectation of an immediate reward. Sometimes the reward is years away. However, if you bundle your work with the expectancy of an immediate reward, you give yourself a good reason to start. For example, if you procrastinate by watching YouTube, you can make a deal that you're not allowed to watch YouTube until a certain amount of work is done. This way you get rewarded by completing the unpleasant work with something immediate. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. So don't get lost in the past and the future and enjoy your life in the present. I hope this video was helpful to teach you how to utilize your time better. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more videos like this.